Many children dream from a very early age of one day being in the spotlight or walking down the red carpet like their idols. For very few, this dream actually comes true and they conquer the hearts of their fans even as children. However, the fame often does not last long and many child stars disappear into obscurity as they reach adulthood. We therefore want to take a look at the stars of our childhood and show you what these ex-child stars are doing today. Included are real megastars who have completely crashed in private and young actors who would not be recognized today. Which ex-series star cannot even remember his past as a child star, and what happened to him you will also find out today. It's going to be very interesting, so stay tuned here at Wonderlane. Let's start our video with actress and singer Demi Lovato. The 29-year-old was already on stage as an elementary school student. She had a role in the children's show Barnes and Friends and landed her first TV role in the cult series Prison Break at the age of 10. Her final breakthrough came in 2008 when she starred in the Disney musical film Camp Rock alongside the Jonas Brothers. The film made her a real teen star, and in the same year followed her debut album Don't Forget as well as her move to Hollywood. Disney also held on to her, and in 2009 Lovato landed her own series success with Sonny Monroe. Her series and films kept the U.S. company's coffers ringing, as Demi Lovato's films were among the broadcaster's most commercially successful. In her private life, however, things went from bad to worse for the childhood star. She suffered from physical and emotional problems, had to cancel a tour with the Jonas Brothers, and allegedly hit a backup singer. She eventually suffered a nervous breakdown and was sent to a rehabilitation clinic. Doctors diagnosed her with bipolar disorder, and Demi Lovato confessed that she had been addicted to alcohol and other substances. The U.S. American, who grew up in very Christian circumstances, received a lot of recognition for her openness. But she was never able to completely overcome her mental health problems as well as her addiction. In 2018, she was finally hospitalized with an overdose and suffered 3 strokes and a heart attack as a result. She went through rehab again and spoke openly about her inner demons in the YouTube documentary Dancing with the Devil. In the spring of 2021, she finally outed herself as pansexual as well as non-binary and explained that she felt that she belonged to neither the male nor the female gender. Let's move on to Josh Beck, the star of the Nickelodeon series Drake and Josh. Between 2004 and 2007, Beck played the lead role of Josh, a well-behaved student with a fuzzy mane who has to find his way in a chaotic patchwork family. His somewhat chubby figure was one of his trademarks and made the child star famous worldwide. Eventually, even 2 Drake and Josh movies followed, but in 2009 he finally put the role on hold. Since then, Josh Beck has also tried to gain a foothold in Hollywood with serious roles. Among other things, he starred alongside Chris Hemsworth in the action film Red Dawn and was seen with Al Pacino and Jennifer Garner in the music film Danny Collins. But even during his time with Drake and Josh, the teenager attracted attention with his radical weight loss. Therefore, it is no wonder that today he has little in common visually with his former role. Josh Beck has also taken a different career path. The now 34-year-old family man runs his own YouTube channel, on which he also shows himself with stars like Dixie D'Amelio. His channel has more than 3.7 million subscribers, and on Instagram, 11.5 million fans follow him. Beck also has his own comedy podcast called Curious with Josh Beck. Incidentally, he is also part of the Vlog Squad, the group of YouTubers around YouTube star David Dobrik. His career is also slowly picking up in front of the TV camera. The former child star has been starring in the Disney Plus series Turner and Hooch since last year. He also recently confirmed on his Instagram account that he will get a role in the How I Met Your Mother spin-off. The series is to be titled How I Met Your Father. We continue with Malcolm in the Middle star Frankie Muniz. From 2000 to 2006, the then 15-year-old played the role of Malcolm Wilkerson alongside series father Bryan Cranston. He played the highly gifted child in an extremely chaotic family, and the series made him instantly world famous. Films such as Agent Cody Banks and The Zebra is Wild followed, but according to Muniz, he was not offered any serious roles. He lost interest in acting and devoted himself to his other passion, motor racing. In April 2006, Muniz announced that he had signed a 2-year contract with Jensen Motorsports, and that same year he began his career as a racing driver in the American Formula BMW. From 2007 to 2009, he competed in the Champ Car Atlantic Series for various teams and won a number of races there. But in terms of health, the former child star suffered severe setbacks. During his career as a racing driver, he had a serious accident in which he broke his back as well as other injuries. The injury still has an impact on his life today. He also suffered several small strokes between 2012 and 2013, and he admitted that he lost parts of his memory as a result. As a result, Frankie Muniz can barely remember his time with Malcolm in the midst of it, and he knows next to nothing about his past as a child star. In the meantime, he has been able to come to terms with it well, he confessed in an interview. Therefore, he finally dared to appear in front of the cameras again and took part in the 25th season of the show Dancing with the Stars. He took third place there. He also wants to take off again as an actor. Frankie Muniz last played a former child star of a TV sitcom in the TV series The Rookie, who has since built up a cult around himself. Lindsay Shaw starred in the Nickelodeon series Ned's Ultimate School Madness from 2004 to 2007. The 15-year-old played the student Jennifer Mosley and was the best friend of Ned and Cookie. After the end of the series followed other leading roles in the series Aliens in America and 10 Things I Hate About Them. Both series flopped, and it wasn't until 2011 that Lindsay Shaw made a name for herself again when she landed a supporting role in the hit series Pretty Little Liars. Unfortunately, she was not able to continue her former success in the series, and in the meantime she seems to have said goodbye to acting. Instead, the 32-year-old is active on social media and successful as an influencer. She also lives a very healthy lifestyle and practices yoga regularly. Actually, Lindsay Shaw was also very active on TikTok, but in July 2021 after a scandal she unceremoniously deleted her account and withdrew from the platform. Shaw previously made fun of a dance on TikTok that originated from the POC community. Shaw was heavily criticized and later tearfully apologized for the controversial video. Let's move on to fascinates. In 2005, she appeared in front of the camera for the first time in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. But although the media predicted a great career for her, it became quiet around the British actress after the end of the filming of the series. The reason was private problems, because in 2010 it became known that a real family drama was taking place in her house. Her own father and older brother apparently did not accept that Fascinates had entered into a relationship with a Hindu and attacked the young woman in her Manchester home. Fisticuffs ensued and the actress was even threatened with her life. Fascinates had managed to escape, while her brother and father subsequently had to stand trial. Both were released on bail and had to comply with a no-contact order. Today, the former child star works primarily as a model and influencer. She has her own YouTube channel and mainly gives beauty tips there. Incidentally, the British actress is still good friends with her film partners Bonnie Wright and Katie Leung, who played the roles of Ginny Weasley and Cho Chang respectively. Both were guests at her wedding. At this point, we also don't want to withhold from you what has become of another Harry Potter star. Matthew Lewis alias Neville Longbottom probably made the biggest change. Lewis played the role of the shy and clumsy wizard student from 2001 to 2011. His Harry Potter character had undergone a stark transformation and developed into a self-confident teenager during the film. Matthew Lewis also underwent an extreme transformation, especially visually, and shed his outsider image. He even worked as a model for a while and only dared to appear in front of the camera in his underwear. Professionally, things are also going well for him. After a role in the film a whole 6 months, he most recently starred in the series Girlfriends and The Doctor and the Cattle. Finally, let's talk about Jonathan Lipnicki, who already had an incredible career at the age of 6. In 1996, the child star starred alongside Tom Cruise in the film Jerry Maguire Game of Life and charmed viewers all over the world with his cute looks. His breakthrough came with the leading role in the hit movie Stuart Little when he was just 9 years old, or in 2000 as Tony Thompson in the feature film The Little Vampire. Lipnicki celebrated one box office success after the next, but after Stuart Little Part 2 at the latest, the career for the child star was already over again. The reason? Jonathan Lipnicki reached puberty and lost his childlike facial features. That's why he became uninteresting for most film producers and directors. But instead of making headlines with scandals, the child star worked hard on his body and on his athletic career. The now 30-year-old is a martial arts fighter, or more precisely, he practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a further development of the Japanese martial arts Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. And this has an effect on his physique, because in the meantime the actor from back then is hardly recognizable. He also has his own podcast called Comeback Kids, where he talks about his experiences in Hollywood with other former child stars like Mara Wilson, the lead actress from Matilda. He also still hasn't completely hung up on acting and he can still be seen in smaller roles. He also participated in the show Celebs Go Dating in 2018. That's it for our video. Feel free to write us in the comments about which ex-child star surprised you the most, or if you can think of someone else who could fit into this list. Otherwise, like this video if you enjoyed it, and see you next time here at Wonderlane.